wishes. Es gibt so viel in es gibt. Es macht doch Appetit.
The deli to me was a place that I grew up in, a place where I met the most interesting and wonderful people. Everybody had a story, had a history.
Working in the deli was like working in a Damon running profession, like guys and dolls. There was Murray the brisket man, Stempler the pastrami man, Stanley the kishka man.
We had employees who had numbers on their arms because they were survivors of Auschwitz, survivors of communist prison camps. And the education that I received in the deli from the people who worked here and who came in as customers was probably just as important, if not more important, than the education I received in school.
The 2nd Avenue Deli, it started off on 10th Street on the 2nd Avenue, and then they moved on over here.
My brother, Abe Liebwall, started the 2nd Avenue Deli, but he didn't start out big. He started out very, very small. He wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty. He was able to do anything and everything in the deli, from cooking, cleaning, washing dishes, slicing meats, you name it. My brother did it and knew how to do it.
The deli, you could give your opinions, you could talk, you could be verbose, you could be loud, you could almost scream. And that was people's exercise. Rather than go to a gym, they would argue about the corned beef, the pastrami.
When you grow up on the Upper West Side of New York and you're going to Zabar's, you're going to Barney Greengrass, you're going to, oh God, Cake Masters even. You have pastrami here, it's a little too fatty, and you have it there, it's a little too dry, and they don't put enough, or here it's huge. And you just, all these things start being both memories and kind of a deliciousness in your mind that's also related to love, because I ate it with my sister and I ate it with my mother.
We prepared the foods that our mothers and grandmothers made. From the gefilte fish, the chicken soup, the mushroom barley soup, the chopped liver. And today you can have chopped liver, 2nd Avenue Deli, the exact same formula that my mother used to make.
Matzo soup, for example, in wintertime is one of the biggest seller because it tastes like from your grandmother's kitchen. Ready, so make people feel warm.
I've been coming here with my dad since I was 4 years old. It's one of my favorite places in the city, and it's like a second home for me. There's nothing better than coming here and seeing all the fabulous staff and getting pastrami on rye, and you get a round knish, and you get babka.
What I like about the customers is they're always usually usuals, when they come in. I got this one specific customer, he comes in on Saturdays. He likes his pastrami on challah bread. Usually he brings his friend. He also likes pastrami on challah. Like, you already know the customers. They're also like another part of you,
Some customers that started out as customers now are friends. I go to their families' weddings. Unfortunately, I go to their funerals. You love these people. You know who they are, what they stand for.
Like if they had a hard day and they come here and they enjoy the meal, it's like it makes them feel better.
You come from a small family. I had my sister and I and my parents. And now I have a giant family.
At one time, New York City, I can't tell you had how many delis. Today you're down to just a handful. Why have we survived? Very simple reason. Because our food is delicious.
We're here at the 2nd Avenue Deli, and my favorite food is the corned beef sandwich and french fries.
Well, I love all these sandwiches, but today I was dying for a potato knish.
I like pastrami because it's sliced very thin, and it just has such good flavor, and it's so tender.
A lot of people come in now, more so than it used to be, and say, "Oh, I'm so glad you're here." And they're not talking about me, I don't think. I mean, they're talking about the deli. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad I have a connection to the past. I'm so glad, you remember my grandfather. I'm so glad you remember my grandmother. And when they leave, I love it when they say to me, it's just like I remember it. That to me is the greatest compliment.
Hot dogs mit wishes. Hot dogs mit wishes. Es gibt so viel in es gibt. es macht doch Appetit. Hat doch